Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, December 3rd, NBA and college basketball, and we are loaded up. We've got a ton of college basketball and NBA for today. So if you're new to this show or been here before, welcome back or welcome aboard. We appreciate you having you here. All of our shows here brought to you by Outlier, the world's #1 sports betting app. You can get a 7-day free trial of Outlier. And the link is in the comment section, as well as our YouTube channel page. And also our private Discord channel available for all of you out there as well. Join a couple hundred plus members who love doing the same thing that you do, sports wagering. Get all of our bets early. Get all of our unit sizes to get all of our biggest plays. You're going to get college basketball, NBA basketball, college and pro football, MLB baseball, and bonus bets as well. Stuff that we don't put out for the public. You can get that by joining the Discord channel as well. You can find that link in the comments section or YouTube channel page. Let's get started with college basketball. Like I said, we got a lot going on. Nothing until 7 o'clock Eastern time frame, though. Indiana on the road at Minnesota. Indiana 7-0 so far. Big Ten opener in this one. Indiana favored by quite a bit here to start it off. 10.5, but I think they are a pretty damn good team. I love Coach DeFries and what he brings to the table. I just think they look a lot more solid. They don't look like they're going to have the shooting woes that they've had in years past as well, which I think will help them quite a bit, especially with with some of the players that they've gotten that got through the transfer portal. We're all over Indiana in this one on the road. -5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. Next game up for us will also be at 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. James Madison at home. They are 3-0 at home against North Carolina Central. All right. Who's not excited about a little James? Well, we're excited about James Madison football this weekend, and we're excited about James Madison tonight as well. We do like James Madison in this spot at home. They just look better when they're at home, as most teams do. -7.5 first half, -15.5 for the game. Next game up for us is going to be at 7:15, I should say. Keep forgetting the Eastern time in there for all of you guys. 7:15 Eastern time frame. Arkansas at home against Louisville. More ACC, SEC. 5-0 Razorbacks at home. Louisville's not really hasn't had a true road game yet. Arkansas getting some points here at home, getting 3.5. This line's 2.5 at a lot of books. I think you need to get above the 3. Expect this one to be relatively close. I do think Arkansas wins this one outright, but we're going to stuff the 3.5 in our pocket. Arkansas plus 1.5 first half and 3.5 for the game. Next game up, also 7:15 Eastern time frame. Clemson at Alabama. The line's a little bit big here, but I think Bama is going to have some shooting progression after the last game where they did not shoot that well. They're 11.5-point favorites here over Clemson. I expect Clemson to be very good against teams that they should be. When they go up against upper echelon teams, I think is really where they struggle, and that's where you see the difference. We like Bama in this spot here, laying 11.5, -5.5 first half, and 11.5 for the game. Next game up, Iowa State, Alcorn State. Well, Alcorn State is 0-8 on the road. There's your first one. And Iowa State's only played 3 home games and still 7-0. 40.5-point favorite here for State. I think they win this thing by 50. Iowa State -20.5 first half and 40.5 for the game. Next game up, we have a little BYU, California Baptist. California Baptist might be a little bit better than people think. They're 7-1. They're 2-1 on the road. BYU, obviously, with the fantastic talent that they have there, they're 6-1, top 10 team in the country, 3-0 at home, 20.5-point favorite. We like BYU in this spot. It's not because it's California Baptist. Yes, there's just a difference in athletes when it comes to this particular game here. That's all I can really say about that. I think the BYU athleticism will wear them down. We do like BYU -10.5 first half and -20.5 for the game. Next game up for us is going to be Auburn, NC State. I'm a little surprised here. This line's so tight. It is not bigger. This thing's 5.5. Some books already at 6.5. Auburn, much better team, I think, than NC State is this year. We do like Auburn at home. Their defense is suffocating as normal. Auburn minus 3.5 first half and 5.5 for the game. And the last college basketball game we were on is also 9:15 Eastern time in Austin, Texas, Virginia. Texas, 6-2, 4-0 at home. Virginia 6-1, but hasn't played a true road game yet. Another ACC SEC matchup. I like all of this we can get here with Texas. I think Texas is a much better team, and they're going to show it here on Wednesday night. Texas minus 1.5 first half, and then minus 7.5 for the game. So that's a rundown of college basketball. Now we'll flip over to the NBA, as we've got a lot of action going on there as well, as we're off that light Tuesday schedule into a more normal schedule on Wednesday. And we have no 11 o'clock Eastern time frame games, so that's always a good thing as well. In fact, everything going to probably be over relatively early. So let's get into them as we get rolling the clock. We got a bunch starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. We're going to start with the Nuggets and the Pacers. Nuggets 8-2 on the road. Fantastic road record. The Pacers have won 4 whole games all season long, 4-17. All 4 of those wins at home. Pacers got beat up in the last game. Nuggets coming into town. I expect the Pacers to probably struggle again in this one, to be really honest. Nuggets have been, for some reason, have been good on the road, but not so much at home. The worst home record I can remember them having early on in the season for quite some time. Nuggets are going through some injuries. Obviously, Christian Braun's out. He's been out for some time. Peyton Watson's had to fill in quite a bit. Aaron Gordon's been hurt. Jamal Murray's stepped up, except in the last game. Jokic, I wouldn't call him like mid-season form or playoff form yet, but you can see the signs where it's starting to head that way. We do like the Nuggets here over the Pacers. The Pacers just are running out of bodies more than anything else. Nuggets minus 1.5 first quarter, 3.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. Bruce Brown under 8.5 points. Huff for the Pacers, 3+ points in the first quarter. He's hit that, I think, 5 out of his last 6 games. TJ McConnell, 5+ assists. Pascal Siakam, 35+ par and 23+ points. Huff for 3+ threes, pretty decent plus money there on that one as well. And Mathurin under 25.5 points and rebounds combined. Next game up, Blazers at the Cavs. Blazers getting what? 10.5 in this one here. Blazers not too bad on the road, 5-7. So a few more wins on the road than they got. They're 3-6 at home. Cavs 8-4 on the road. They haven't been outstanding. I mean, they're 5-5 on the road. They've had a few more home games. Donovan Mitchell continues to dominate the ball a lot. Allen's out. They've had injuries as well. Sam Merrill's out. So they're missing some shooting, I would think. They're missing some defense. Mitchell's been going like crazy, scoring 30 to 40 points in a lot of these contests. He's averaging over 30 for the season. Also 5 rebounds and over 5 assists. There ain't nothing wrong with a 35-5 guy, right? Unless it takes you 30 shots to get there. And that's really the issue the Cavs have been having, is it just takes them so many shots to get home, or a boatload of free throws, which he can draw them, no question about it. Anyway, all that being said, we do like the Blazers. They've been pretty consistent for the most part. Yeah, they haven't won every game, but they've been pretty decent against the number. We do like the plus 10.5 is a lot of points here. So Blazers plus 2.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. Wade for the Cavs under 5.5 points. It's been like 8 straight home games he's been under 5.5. Donovan Mitchell, 5+ rebounds that he's averaging just a shade over 5. Jeremiah Grant, 3+ threes. Kamara, 6+ rebounds. Kamara, 4+ points in the first quarter, was a winner last night. Go back to that one again. Hunter, 2+ turnovers. And Donovan Clingan, 10+ rebounds. Next game up, we've got the Spurs and the Magic. So Magic probably going to shock a lot of people here. Magic favored by 8.5 in this particular matchup here. And everybody's like, well, the Spurs are really good. They've played pretty well. No question about it. They had a tough one last night. They did end up covering. A nice win for all of you that tailed us yesterday on that one, but it was not the easiest game on earth. A lot of minutes played by a lot of guys. Now they got to go travel to Orlando, not the easiest place in the world to play. Magic have been underwhelming so far. We expect to see some differences, I think, in the as we roll on the season. And once Banchero comes back, maybe they get a little bit more right. But we do like the Magic in this particular spot. Not going to lie. We got them at 8. So 2.5 in the first quarter, 4.5 first half, 8 for the game. Jalen Suggs has been turning the ball over a lot. So 3+ turnovers. Badetsi or however you pronounce his name, 1+ turnover as well. Keldon Johnson for the Spurs, 4+ field goals. Dylan Harper under 3.5 assists. He's been good scoring wise, just not so much dishing the ball. Keldon Johnson, 6+ rebounds. He's hit that in 6 or 7 straight. Franz Wagner, 6+ rebounds. Keldon Johnson, 21+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Wendell Carter, 3+ points in the first quarter. Next game up, we've got Knicks, Hornets, also 7. With this one at 7:30 Eastern time. Knicks favored by 9.5 at home against the Hornets. Surprised this thing wasn't 12.5, so we'll gladly take the 9.5 here with the Knicks. I do like what the Knicks at home. I like almost every game. They function better well at home. Brunson had a horrible shooting game last game out. Expect him to shoot a lot better, which I think will help the Knicks out there. They'll be able to score a little bit more. He dribbles still a little bit too much for my liking, but overall, they look very disconjointed on the road. But at home, the offense seems to flow a little bit better. OG's still not around, so you're seeing a lot of Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, all those kind of guys. Towns really hasn't had a great, fantastic year. But, the other two, like I said, Hart and Bridges have really stepped up. Miles McBride seems to be a little bit more consistent off the bench as well, or starting role if he's had a couple of them this time. So we do like the Knicks in this spot, and this is also, right now, a fade of the Hornets. I don't really understand what this Hornets team's trying to accomplish here. They're 1-9 on the road, 6-15 overall. Is this team ever going to get to 500 again? I don't know. And the Knicks are 10-1 at home so far this season. They've played, like I said, played really well at home. So let's go over all the plays in this one. Knicks -2.5 first quarter. 5.5 first half, 9.5 for the game. Miles Bridges for the Knicks, for the Hornets, under 5.5 rebounds. Diabate, 8+ points. Colin Sexton, 15+ points. Knuppel for 4+ threes. He seems to shoot the three better on the road than at home. A little bit smaller play, though, for us there. Mikal Bridges for the Knicks, 4+ assists. Josh Hart, 14+ points. Cal Brenner for the Hornets, under 6.5 rebounds. Next game up, also 7:30 Eastern time. The Clippers, who have just played god awful, at the Hawks, 7:30 Eastern time, like we said. Hawks favored by 3.5, total 227.5 in this one. So the Hawks have played pretty well. I mean, they're only 500 at home, but the Clippers are 2-9 on the road. Clippers at 13-9 the Hawks at 13-9, extremely respectable. They're in the middle of the hunt where they wanted to be. The Clippers are about to get faded out of this playoff contest before the season even gets started at 5-16. Missed a lot of Kawhi. Obviously, Bradley Beal out for the season. They don't really have a third go-to scorer, I guess, if you want to count Zubac, but he's got to be set up and not a guy that can create his own shot. So they've only got 2 guys on the floor that really can create their own shot, in Harden and Kawhi. And Kawhi's missed some games. So this game here, a little shocked that the Hawks were only 3.5-point favorite. I like the Hawks quite a bit in this spot. We're all over them. Hawks -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, 3.5 for the game. Okongwu, who shot horrible the other night, 18+ points. We think he'll have a little shooting progression there. Daniels 6+ rebounds. Daniels 2+ rebounds in the first quarter. Collins for the Clippers, under 0.5 3-pointer made. Jalen Johnson, 6+ points in the first quarter. Okongwu, 29+ par in that one there. Next game up, let's see. We've got the Bulls and the Nets at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Bulls finally back at home, this time against those hapless Nets, but the Nets win more games on the road than they do at home. The Bulls are 6-2 at home. After starting off so well, now they're 9-11 overall. Giddey's been good, and the rest of the team, stick your finger up in the air and figure out which way the wind's blowing. It's the easiest way I can describe what this Bull team does. I think what is going to have to happen is Giddey's going to have to be a lot more aggressive shooting the ball. I can say that for a lot of teams, though. Cade Cunningham, same thing. If he's more aggressive shooting the ball, they normally play extremely well. Halliburton, when he was playing with the Pacers, same thing. If he goes out and scores first and dishes later, they just seem to be a lot more effective offensively due to the fact that everybody has to collapse to him early and often throughout the game. Same can be said here in this game for Giddey, right? But we do like the Bulls in this spot. The line's down to 7.5 at some books, so a good chance to take advantage. Bulls minus 2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, 7.5 for the game. Clowney under 2.5 threes. Michael Porter Jr., 9+ field goals. Josh Giddey, 9+ assists. Buzelis under 7.5 rebounds and assists for the Bulls. Michael Porter, 25+ points. Josh Giddey, 40+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined. T. Martin for the Nets, 4+ field goals. Josh Giddey, 2+ threes. That's been an ATM for us lately. And Clowney under 4.5 rebounds. We got what? 3 games left? All right. Let's get to it. 8 o'clock Eastern time, Kings and the Rockets. So the Kings have been just absolutely brutal to watch also so far this season. Going against the Rockets here, Rockets, no shock, are favored by what? 15.5, a bunch easily. If Reed Shepherd's going to continue to score like this, the Rockets are probably going to be in pretty good shape. Now, when Easton comes back, Steven Adams is in the lineup, and when these guys are back on the second unit, is he going to score as many points? Probably not, but he is holding up his end of the bargain right at the moment. The Kings without Sabonis are just god-awful. There's not any really other ways to play it here. They are just – I don't know how to describe how bad sometimes that they are. Schroeder's a game-time decision. So is Monk, and Sabonis is going to be out for a minimum of another 2 weeks, if not 3-4 weeks. Eason, who we talked about for the Rockets, he's not due back till around the 18th of December as well. Steven Adams, game-time decision. Finney Smith, who hasn't played yet, is also out for the Rockets. The Rockets have quite a bit of depth here, and I think they've got more than enough to cover this 15.5-point number here as well. I expect them to win by 20+ in this one. So Rockets, if I didn't lose where I put them, 4.5 first quarter, 8.5 first half, 15.5 for the game. Russell Westbrook, 2+ threes. Levine under 6.5 field goals made. Levine under 19.5 points. DeMar DeRozan, his point totals normally around 19. It's only at over 15.5 in this one. He normally hits that 16-point mark. The question is he going to get the next 4? So we're playing for 16+ points. Amen Thompson under 12.5 rebounds and assists. Amen Thompson, those 17+ points. Next game up, we've got Pistons and the Bucks. Pistons on the road laying 3.5 against the Bucks. The Bucks just lost to the Wizards on the road. That was just god-awful. Is Giannis going to be back ready to rock and roll, fully healthy? Not quite sure. As he's been kind of, since he came back the last couple games, he hasn't been extremely forceful like he has in some other games. Bucks, good. Giannis is another game-time decision. So is Porter. So is Gary Harris. For them, it looks like Duncan Robinson for the Pistons, game-time decision as well. See if he's going to play. He has stretched the floor a little bit in some of those games there. Pistons only laying 3.5 here in a team that they are just they are just better than. We're actually going to play Pistons money line first quarter, first half, and game. Jalen Duren, 5+ points in the first quarter. Ryan Rollins for the Bucks, 3+ turnovers. Cade Cunningham, 10+ field goals. Jaden Ivey, 9+ points. Cade Cunningham, 6+ rebounds. Beef Stew, if you're a Pistons fan, or Isaiah Stewart, 14+ points and rebounds combined. And also Beef Stew, 3+ points in the first quarter. And maybe the biggest offseason flop in free agency, Miles Turner, under 12.5 points. He definitely needs a point guard wherever he goes. And the final game of the night, Heat and the Mavs. We're done at 8:30 Eastern time frame is the last tip-off of the night. So Heat, up to 7-15, as bad as they were to start. And somehow they're back at home already, as they've already played 13 home games, which is by far they've been at home more than anybody else. Heat are around 500 on the road, 14-7 overall. Tyler Hero's back. He's played decently in a couple games for the Heat. Ware's taking a little bit more on the bench. Norman Powell's been good. Donovan Mitchell being a full-time starter, he's been good as a point. In this one for the Mavs, Lively's out. Gafford game time decision. So is PJ Washington. And then we've got Terry Rozier obviously continues to be out. Larson, Powell, and Keyshawn Johnson for the Heat are all game time decisions as well. And this one, just the Heat have been playing a lot more consistently, so a lot easier to put your money behind them. And it's a small number. It's under 5. Heat minus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Tyler Hero, 30-plus par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined. For all of you in the Discord, I accidentally put points, but it is par in that one there. Jaquez, 19-plus par. Hero, 3+ threes. Hero, 22-plus points. Donovan Mitchell, the point guard for the Heat, 7+ assists. Jaquez, who we really like, he's had a really good season. Good chance for 6th man of the year so far. 8+ rebounds and assists and 10+ points. I will say this, with his par bet being at 19 and only 10 of that is points, you're getting a lot of value, I think, at points. You are paying a little bit more juice, but at about a minus 130. But you are getting quite a bit of value there on Jaquez points. All right, that's going to be a rundown of college and NBA basketball for Wednesday, December 3rd. If you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, follow, turn notifications on, leave a comment, share it with a friend. All that stuff doesn't cost you a penny. It just shows a lot of love for the creators, whether it's my show or anybody else's. Always appreciate seeing stuff like that. Also, all of our shows here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. They think you'll love that app so much, they're going to give you a 7-day free trial to check that out. You can do so there'll be a link in the comments section, also the YouTube channel page. And private Discord channel available for all of you out there. We'd love to see you there. Join a couple 100+ members who love doing the same thing you do and get sports wagering. You get all of our bets early. You get additional cappers. We'll throw in bets a few times per week as well. Like I said, you're going to get all, not hockey, but you're going to get college and pro basketball, college and pro football, baseball. We're also going to have Formula One, golf, things of that nature as well. As we get rocking and rolling, there's only about a couple days out of the year that there are no bets on. And that's normally around the All-Star break during the MLB season. Otherwise, there's something going on every day that we've got action on and want you to be involved. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.